Also, speaking about other quests that I can do, when I was looking at the Definian Downfall quest, it seems like there's like 2 main routes that you can do. So there's like the big AI bish that is like speaking to the Definians and giving them orders and stuff like that. And you can choose whether to like, you know, leave her alive or like kill her and harvest her data that you need. And I was curious which other options I did before, because apparently, like, whichever option you do, it'll lead to a new quest, and the new quest, like, depends on, like, which of the options you took, and they'll fulfill, like, the same segment recons. You can still get 100% completion and stuff like that. And I was like, well, I'm just gonna do what I did last time, which was the spare option, then talk with Professor B, and then he reprograms her and stuff. So I looked back at my playthrough from a few years ago, and I just did the option that I did. There's, like, new affinity quests, new quest lines, in terms of, like, there's 3 new playable characters, and there's, like, the affinity quest lines for each of them. So, like, this is new. I'll do one of the new ones later this stream to unlock the new stuff with the Restvelg Skell that is new to this game, which is going to be this one, probably. So I should be able to do this quest, and this is a new one to the game. This is a new one to the game. Yeah. Hi, I may as well get this stuff in my pocket. How you doing? Ah, some bodyguard friend is. Where's weapon? My weapon? Spoiled by some monsters on my way out here from New LA. Better than me, though, am I right? I know... I think the one that's in the volcano over there, I think is new. I don't recognize it from the original game. Or maybe I just never encountered it in the original game, which is possible, too. And maybe there isn't. But there probably is. I don't know. They're probably just around the world in some places. Anyway, what's the big deal? You got me a new piece? It'll keep you safe, just like our contract says. I'll just be waiting right here until you get it all worked out. Okay, Fuzzy? Yeah. Why is the Zazan running errands for Harvey when Zazan is boss? Oh, I can't change my layouts because my stream deck isn't working right now. I don't know why. Can't pull up the software because it's on the other layout. I did have to, like, build in integrations for, like, turning the sound effects on and off. Is that breaking things? Here, I'm closing it. Is it because I'm running OBS in safe mode after after it died before? Yeah, my buttons to switch layouts aren't working here. So if I want to go to, like, the other layout to move my camera out of the way of the affinity chart update, then, I guess I can click manually. But, Brendan's blade too, yes? Are all blades so bad? This one is useless. Unexpected setbacks can happen to anyone. Isn't this the guy who made the drug trade in Xenoblade 1? What? Oh, ain't that sweet. Okay, Misty over here. Jerk Harvey not taking either of us seriously. Friend may be right in theory, but this blade is certainly exception. Zazan should have asked someone like you from the start, friend. Still, contract is signed, so Zazan is stuck with lazy bodyguard. You really know how to make a guy feel special. Look, this ain't hard. You find me a weapon, I'll risk my neck to keep yours intact. Fine. You there, responsible blade friend. Go find weapon for Harvey so he can do job and defend Zazan. Please? Zazan is in a hurry to deliver inventory to New LA. Alright, I'll get a chilling facade there. Are you sure he's the recurable character? Are you just referring to Nupuns in general? Because they're just like a species that's in every Xenoblade game. Zazan is glad that friend's so reasonable. Now please go fetch a random weapon. Oh, whoa. An iron sword or bust with me, pal. Personal policy, no exceptions. Oh, my buddies will be needing a warrior assault rifle and a titanium shield. Thanks, Inject, yeah. I probably shouldn't have marked this as tracking. Yeah, this tomfoolery frost cookies of Zazan. There's probably no use arguing. Sorry, friend. What, like the specific Nopon? Zazan? Like they reuse names? Could well be. I don't remember them from Xenoblade 1 in terms of like names and stuff. Yeah, I gotta just go purchase it from the shop. I'll do that when I can be bothered. Wow, look how laggy this game is. Anyway, the main quest where you go to and grab a whole bunch of keys and stuff for Definian Downfall is this cave here. If anyone's watching just this playthrough and really wants to see it, go check out my playthrough from several years ago. Can't take a skull on there, though. I think that it's the Good Fortune quest is the name of the video title, because that's kind of what leads into this, and then there's like a whole bunch of like overdrive shenanigans in the cave is basically what the videos look like. And while I was here, man, this frame rate, can't wait for Switch 2, because it is friggin' unplayable. I harvested all the chests that I could get while I was in here before, except for one. And this one you cannot get during the quest line anyway. You have to come back and proc the cutscene with Mia when you have, like, all the requirements. Definian downfall done, which you need to unlock this cave, and then, like, Cauldros 65% survey rate. But yeah, several years ago, I did all the quests leading up to Mia, but not the final one. So I will rectify that this time. Things are a little bit different this time. Okay, so it says done, so maybe. Okay, so similar at least. Because you can't get in there in normal circumstances. Simply cannot. Hello? Alright, this is one of these cutscenes, so damn it. Anybody there? I could use some help here. Anybody? Anybody at all? Well, if I had my preference, a nice person would be best, but... Nobody? Really? Oh, come on. Somebody help! Ignore. No, they like that, Footsteps? Footsteps getting quieter? Farther away? Wait, please. If you're a person and not some kind of haunted space bear, wait! Please hear me out. Have pity. Not gonna lie, I'm in a deep pile of sweat dung here. I need your help. Man, thank goodness. I seriously didn't know what I was gonna do if no one came. I mean, I would have died out here. Or I guess in here. Hey, wait a minute. I know that voice. Chief, is that you? Unreal. I mean, really, what are the chances? Pretty low, right? Like 9%? I'm calling it. This is fate. Else would you turn up right at my darkest hour? Oh, right. Speaking of, you can probably tell I'm in serious trouble. I made it here to Cauldros, okay? And the exploring was going great at first. But at some point, I guess I wandered into a bad neighborhood, Xeno-wise. Next thing you know, my skull's a smoking pile of slag, and I've kinda sorta been taken prisoner. I'll fast forward through the probey bits that followed. Let's just say I'll file the whole thing somewhere between horrific and awkward. Trust me, you don't want to know more. Unless you do, in which case, I'm not judging. Buy me a drink and I'll catch you up. Anyway, tragedy plus time equals I'm still stuck in here. Mia talks the way that, like, the Anima talks. I don't know if Anima's still on the stream. So help me, please. The jerk guard in the cell always wears a blue uniform. Not sure why. But she's got to be the one carrying the key thingy that opens this door. Counting on you, Chief. Get the key thingy off the blue uniformed alien lady and get me out of here. Please? Alright, Mia is missing. Mia's been kidnapped. Go free her. Yeah, track that as my thingamabob there. It's theorized to be a reference to Zazadon in Xenoblade 1, but he shows up in Xenoblade 2 as Zazadon. Made the red pollen orbs. I remember that now. Yeah, it's one of the biggest quests in Xenoblade 1. Yeah, I did play it. I actually 100%ed the game outside of achievements, but I don't remember the names of all the characters that I'm doing quests for. I just remember, like, general quest stuff, so I remember all the stuff with the red pollen orbs. I've done it a couple times at this point. Wouldn't be you, would it? You're not wearing blue, it doesn't look like. But yeah, there's, like, no shot that I'd remember the name of random NPCs that gave me some quest line. So what the heck? Oh, it marks them on the map anyway. Which is very, very good. I didn't even notice that at first. The frame rate is so bad. My TP is sucking here. I might build that up. Because, yeah. If I want to start wrecking things, I'm gonna need TP. Okay, into this. Bam, TP's there. There. Now I'm ready to go crazy in, like, future battles and stuff. I can just wreck these guys now. Is what I can do. Get a little bit more with True Stream Edge, I guess. There. Now I can pop overdrive immediately. Just wanted to be at that point. Oh, what? My internet better not be about to go down here. Okay, I guess we're good. Yeah, give me some material tickets while I play. Okay. Let's just see. Let's just see here. I wish I could pull up, like, a local map. Like, make that thing bigger without pulling up the whole world map. Speaking of the world map, another thing that I've done, in addition to, like, I went around doing a bunch of stuff in Cauldros because I needed to get my Cauldros survey rate up. I've also been, like, getting a little bit of the loot and killing a bunch of tyrants and stuff like that in Primordia, so Primordia's now at 70%. And once I get Mia, like, I'll probably end up doing, like, a great hunt across the world to, you know, try and open as many boxes as I can and, you know, get a whole bunch of battle points from that and get all the probes that I can. And then once I have all the probes, I'll take some time to, like, redo my network, probably for good, probably for the final time, and get, like, the best network that I can figure out there. What? Oh, it's a Definian, because they can, like, transform into people and stuff. Is what's going on here. I probably would have done this quest, like, the first time I ever played Xenoblade X, but never did it during any of my previous playthroughs on the channel. Huh? Captain, is that you? Chief. Sorry, I meant Chief. What brings you all the way out here? Me? Oh, I'm just on patrol. All's well on the front lines, ma'am. Nothing to report. It's totally Mia, huh? Captured me? What are you talking about, Chief? I'm right here, free as a bird. You sure you didn't stumble into some incredibly elaborate trap? Thank Mia for the warning and ask about the trap. Gashard and Owl like that. Oh, you didn't know? There's tons of sinister traps around these parts. Those uniforms sure are tricky. You gotta keep your head on a swivel. Not like you need me to tell you that, Chief. I've got a long ways to go before I can teach you anything. And Instructor Walter, well, he's basically given up on me at this point. Or, I mean, hey, good riddance to that guy. He's a total pain, in case you didn't know. Not like you, or Chief. You're amazing. He's all blah, blah, responsibility, and he kind of smells like a prone's thong if you stand too close. But you're perfect. We should totally... what's with the skeptical look there, Chief? Can I say something out of character? For me, I mean? Give Mia the benefit of the doubt. Jarg like that for some reason. Yeah, good old Chief. Always believing whatever you tell her. It's almost too easy. Like, how stupid can you be? Are you trying to get killed, you fool? Oh no! Whoops, that last line broke character, huh? Huh? Darn you, human. This wouldn't have happened if I'd had time to complete a full identity scan. Alright, well, time to die. What's your level anyway? Like... Okay, it's gonna take a little bit to load. Just day one, switch one things, I guess. Dead. It seems like just the hits from activating overdrive took off like over half her health. That's the thing that's different from the original game, is you actually get a hit from activating overdrive. So I can just kind of like stand there like an anime character, exuding my aura and like kill people with it, funnily enough. And that happens for a lot of weaker enemies. Like, I build up my overdrive, getting prepared to, like, you know, kill them in some crazy way, and then the overdrive activation just isn't killing them because I spam the overdrive activation, which is kind of funny. Just a wee smidge funny here. Wee. Yeah, I gotta love the boss fight for that, finally, of that questline playing the same music as Eggle for some reason. I don't remember that with the Pollen Orb questline. I'm sure if I look back at my playthrough, I'd recall it. Because, like, I have my full 100% minus achievements playthrough of Xenoblade 1 Definitive. And minus, Future Connected. I don't think I 100%ed that. Just 100%ed the main game. I'm fairly certain. Memory serves. Excuse me? One other place it plays in the entire game. Amazing. Finally get off that stupid thing. See ya. It's barely even anything. It's 1,500 credits. Hi. I'm free. I'm finally free after who even knows how many days. Chief, thank you so much. Granted, I'd have preferred a rescue before all the probing, but hey, what can you do? Could be worse, right? A little probing is better than a lot, I always say. Or at least that's what I'll say starting right now. Okay, good deal. I need to get back to the city and tell all this to Walter. Well, except for the proby bits. Those are totally not his biz. Although, since I did go and wreck an entire skill, I'll probably have to make a full report. Full and complete report. Especially seeing as I just kind of borrowed that skill without asking anyone. Plus, I'm practically a blade now. Gotta get my report, right? A report about how I bravely infiltrated an enemy installation for the sake of New LA's future. As a prisoner. This time. Next time, though, watch out. In any case, gotta report to Walter. So, I know he just rescued me and all, but... I think I can get a ride back to the city. They confiscate all my gear, and I think we've established that I cannot be trusted to get around on my own. You've already gone out of your way for me, right? What's a bit more, right? Right. Perfect. And know that you're my hero forever because of this, Chief. Alright, let's see here. This is working again. I've had issues where it's like the longer I play this game, the more it lags. And when I was like trying to track quest objectives where I hold L and hit Y, it didn't work anymore. That function stopped working when I was playing this game on my own time. I don't know why. It doesn't seem to replicate on stream here. But I swear, the whole show the target that you're navigating towards didn't work. The function was just not usable anymore. It was gonzo. Alright, let's see here. Hi, Walter. How are you doing? But yeah, oh, okay. Well, I guess he's in that as well in that case. What's this about? Here for me? Wait, is that Mia? Hi there, sir. Been a while. Last I heard, you just left Primordia. You look, well, that is to say, I'm sorry. It's just very hard to concentrate on your report considering the odor. Sorry, I forgot that I never got to bathe while I was being held prisoner. It was awful at first, but after a while, I kind of started to like it. It was this rank, almost feral scent that made me want to... sorry, gross. So sorry, sir. Totally inappropriate as a subordinate. And a lady. And a human being, I suppose. Either way, I clearly lost sight of something. Super sorry, won't happen again. Seen some real experience. Got a different look in your eyes now, too. Not afraid of a little mud. My eyes? Really? I look forward to hearing all about what you saw out there. Yes, sir. I'll have a full report of my activities for you soon. Don't wait till you hear about all the unofficial stuff. Ooh, boy, I've got enough to talk your ears off. But first, I've got something super urgent to report. Oh, alright then, let's hear it. Yes, sir. My captors were a race of xenoforms that specialize in covert operations for the Ganglion. Through technological means, they can copy the appearance of other races, as well as their personalities, speech patterns, etc. The visual element is simply an advanced optical camouflage. The form beneath that projection remains unchanged, however, so any physical contact will break the illusion. As for the behavioral aspect, all personality modeling is systematic and appears to be based on pattern replication. In other words, the fidelity of the copy is directly proportional to the amount of information extracted from the original in regards to habits, tics, and so on. Therefore, perfect replication of more nuanced and therefore data-intense facets, such as the subject's relationships with others, is impossible. It appears those inevitable gaps are filled by extrapolation, most likely using a simulated personality built from an existing dataset. I see. You're saying these are simply incredibly sophisticated disguises, as opposed to literal copies in the biological sense. Yes, sir. Though even this imperfect impersonation ability poses a serious threat. It is not without weaknesses, physical contact and keen observation being chief among them. In my case, it was the intervention of those who know me well that saved me from being, replaced. Blessed with fine friends, Mia. I am, sir. Especially the chief here. I'm surprised he didn't say, yeah, we already knew this all because we have, like, a Definian here in the city. In any case, fine work. Brought back intelligence that even Blade operatives weren't able to uncover. How not? Would this not have been shared by, like, the, Definian that we have here in the city from the questline that I did on camera 3 years ago, but off camera this time? No doubt it will play a key role in keeping New LA safe. You should feel proud. Well, thanks to these good role models, sir. Pass your report up the chain. Meantime, follow me. Say you've earned my recommendation to become a Blade member yourself. Sir, yes, sir. Hear that, Chief? Feel like I can finally see the path forward, and it's all thanks to you. Hope we can work together again soon. Next time as fellow Blades. Oh man, that feels so good to say. If you ever need me, just say the word, you hear? I'll come running. That's a promise. There, Mia is missing. The only one that's not recruited through a affinity mission. Well, I guess there's ones that aren't recruited through affinity missions because they're like story missions, like Elma, Lynn, Lau, and stuff there. There, I did the stuff. Look at that. All the party members are now recruited. Mia, curators, class Psycho Corruptor. Usually on the man on ship. Character bio, a junior blade who is still learning the ropes, but has managed to survive a number of trials with a touch of luck and lots of tenacity. Her next goal is to be placed on the same team with a particular operative she looks up to. Mia uses a standard Psychocorruptor style to unleash barrages of cannon fire that damage enemies from a safe distance, with her signature arts being Clarity Ray and Beam Bomber. Alright, well. See, the expression on the portrait there kind of looks like that one kind of cat meme expression of just the kind of stunned blank expression look thing. It could also be because there's like a smudge on my monitor that I think is extending her lips. Yeah, that is definitely a factor, but it still looks kind of like that. Yeah, so let's have a look-see here. Segment of Man on Ship has been updated. Got up to 70% in Kaljos. I have all the playable characters now. So in terms of Mia, I'll have a proper look-see here in a second. First, let's actually go to Noctilum. Let's see here. Why is her head so bright? Because she is completely aglow for whatever reason here. Yeah. Before I use her, I figure I may as well max her out. And then I can equip, like, whatever arts I want, whatever skills I want. And I can max her out really quickly. This is not going to take much time at all. Just bear with me. This is one of the purposes that this Skell excels at. Killing the Inisoid, whatever the heck the things are with the sword, and killing bugs with the Phoenix. Those are the two specialty purposes of this Skell. So it has put some decent work in for me. Do I need to buff my range attack still? I don't know. I'll do it anyway. Because there's a whole bunch of level 60 bugs here that I can just, like, murderize. Alright, well, that's everything except for the super boss. Look, she's gaining so many skills and stuff. There, look at that. So she was at class rank 3. It's gonna take a while to open all this crap. What happens when you do this? And now that side of the screen is gonna be filled with base experience over and over again. She went from 3 to 10. I believe I gotta get her to 20, so just do this a few times and then, like, we're good. So this won't take long. This will not take long at all. Return to Skell. It'll reload the area, get the guys to respawn. So, yeah, I just kind of go in there and burn everything. Then I can use Mia however I'd like. Let's see here. Sure, I'll still use my ranged attack and stuff. Do this. A little bit early on that, but, very slightly. Things still being destroyed. I'll do it again anyway. In case there's like some stragglers surviving. This is just Joker. I missed a whole bunch of things. Alright, well, I'm out of here. Okay, come on, up, please. Whee! Up we go.
Happy feet. Wombo combo.
It really do be. Anyone watching this on YouTube after the fact, we've got like new channel point redemptions for sound effects and stuff. Alright, what are we at now? After I grab all this crap. Yeah, there's that Telethia taunting me. We're at 14. Probably do it like 2 more times. Maybe 3 more times at most. Why can't I cut the fuel? Cut the power. Normally that works, hitting both bumpers. But sometimes it just randomly seems to get disabled in this game. I don't know why. Maybe it's only if I'm dashing? Maybe I need to be dashing to be able to cut the power or something? Maybe that's like the little bit of info that I'm missing here. Could well be. Let's see here. It's funny that Skyrim only made that music for trailers. Yeah, and it's become like such a meme. Here, let's see. Yeah, Joker wants to fight me. You don't really want to fight me, Joker. You get destroyed. Okay. All that matters is all the little bugs around him die. Last rank up. So yeah, she's gonna be gaining levels there. quickly. Yeah, it really is, honestly. Not wrong about that. Yeah, the longest part by doing this is just opening all the treasure boxes. That's the thing that really takes a whole bunch of time. So, I mean... Okay, what are we at? 17? One more. So dash, and then cut power? No? Down? Cut power? While I'm holding that, cut power, I guess, or something? Probably something close to it. Oh my god. Who's that guy? Someone that I can wreck, probably. Okay, let's see here. So this is probably the last time I need to do it. There's a chance it could be second last time, but either way, can max her out really fast. In terms of the arts and skills that she has unlocked, it's gonna take a little while to build up her battle points so I can actually, you know, level them up and stuff. But that's why I wanted to get her here. Why I was like, hey, we're coming back to Xenoblade Chronicles X a little bit sooner than expected, so if I'm doing stuff on my own time, he actually gets benefit out of it. All the party members actually get benefit out of it, you know, instead of just everyone but one, especially when Mia is someone that I might actually want to use. Whee! Alright, let's see here. Is that it? Is that all I needed? It takes so long. Open everything up. There we go. What are we at? 19. One more. One more, then we're done. Oh, I can cut power like that, too. I don't know how it works. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. One last round of phoenixing, and then I'll decide how the hell I'm building Mia. Just something to support the rest of the party. I think you earned 10 credits. Hell yeah! That's gonna go a far way. Not like I have, what, like 18 million or something right now? Whatever my thing is currently at. Some ridiculous number. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Rank up. She's done. Now every character in this game has all their classes maxed. Is the case here. Alright, I have 1 mil. Nice. Oh, I didn't kill as many as I could that time. I didn't get as many treasure chests. I'm basically always getting gold chests because of all the treasure sensor stuff that I have around my party at this point. I have enough treasure sensor that I don't get anything but gold anymore, unless it's scripted to be something lower. So like beating people for keys in Definian Downfall, for example, something with me silver chests was the case. Some collectibles and stuff. There we go. Let's have a look at Mia. Don't know how you can struggle with money. Yeah, especially in Definitive Edition where it's like the survey rewards. There's so many funds. There's so much stuff. Let's see here. So, in terms of Mia, everything off. So she uses knife and ray gun, which is actually a pretty sick combo. Survey rewards? Yeah, for like map completion. These. Survey rewards. So you get a whole bunch of funds whenever you get up to like key percentage amounts for like doing objectives in different areas and stuff. So this wasn't in the original game. So now you get like a shit ton of funds way faster and don't really have to worry about it as much anymore compared to the original game where you actually had to like grind a bit of money sometimes. This game you don't really need to, depending on the situation. So let's see here. What do you get in the original? Nothing. There were no survey rewards. You got the percentage number to go up. That's all you got in the original. And whatever the individual rewards for each of the segment was. Like, you do a quest, just the rewards for that quest. There was no extra, like, completion percentage bonus thingamabob here. Having nice, she has access to Screamer. Dispel if I wanted, like, remove debuffs. Can boost someone's TP while also boosting their potential. So if she gives that to me, then, like, hey, Blossom Dance damage goes up. Black Butterfly to inflict Ether Res down. Damage goes up and stuff. Energy clips didn't exist. Energy is a new mechanic to Definitive Edition. There was no quick cooldown on arts in the original game. Why is that still marked as... Okay, there we go. Here's another debuff. So slap that on. Here's one of your unique things. Removes debuffs and grants Ether Res up. Could be handy if, like, foes are debuffing me. Yeah, this game had a decent bit more stuff. Debuff res down, the whole subterfuge that you get with a ray gun, so that is really handy there. Gravity res up and down with an aura boost damage. Another debuff. This one here, Gravity Blast, inflicts topple. That's really good. And then I can put one more on. So maybe I do this for, like, removing debuffs. That looks pretty good. In terms of skills, boost potential. I don't think I really have any reason for that. This is my only TP art that I have equipped here, so if you just use that a whole bunch, then great. And I don't think that it's going to, like, increase the effect of potential up there. So I don't think that that one is going to matter all that much. Beam damage, I mean, how many of my attacks are beam? I'm not doing much damage with her, per se. That's ether, beam, gravity. There's one beam attack. She's not really focusing on damage here. It's kind of empty. You have no rewards for completion percentage if it always shows it. Yeah, so you do, like, complete the segments on the map and, you know, see you filling out tiles, but there wasn't any specific rewards for it outside of the rewards that you would just get by default, like defeat a tyrant, the drops from that. Like, do a quest, get the stuff from that. And that was pretty much it. Oh, that could be good for utility. You have, like, one ether attack, I think. It was barriers damage absorption rate by 3%. You had barrier? Wait, what? Am I blind? Oh, yeah, and I didn't give you an aura. This is the only aura that you can have. Boost potential, boost range attack, boost ether resistance. Whatever. Especially see, as it's arbitrary, required for story progression to have a certain percentage. Yep, and it's required for certain quests. Like, I needed 65% in Caldros to get Mia. So, I mean, you could argue that Mia was a kind of map completion bonus, essentially. What was I looking for again? The barrier. Gravity res up? Would that be like a gravity resisting barrier? I mean, it increases the stuff with barrier. I didn't realize you had a thing with barrier, so I don't even know what the heck, honestly. Boost gravity damage, you have like one attack. Boost resistance to all debuffs. Reduces enemy debuff resistance. Yeah, I definitely want that. So here, just stuff to help support the party and stuff. Don't get debuffed yourself, debuff the enemies better, and keep them asleep a little bit longer. As well, order these so they look a little bit nicer and stuff. Like, let's see here. Sure, have these on the ends, and then, or wait. No, do something like this. All the purple stuff can be over here. Debuff res down there, and then, I don't know, these guys next to one another. This is the end. Virus here. That looks pretty good, I think. Anything you don't like about the remake? I kind of liked in the Wii U original how you could look at, like, the world map and still keep on moving. Like, you could keep on, moving and running as you see your icon move. You can't do that in this game. You have to open the map and it, like, pauses the game, and you can't, like, keep on moving. So you can't look at the map and, like, adjust your course in a direction while you keep on moving. The probe system in this game, there's input delay for some reason. You go put, like, a probe in, and you have to sit through, like, 2 seconds of, waiting for it to do, like, the little kind of animation, instead of you just being able to do the next thing instantly. There was no delay with the original Wii U version. The only delay was, like, how fast you could press the buttons, essentially. So you could rework your entire probe network really fast. But reworking your entire probe network is a really big pain in the ass in this game, because every single time you do anything with a probe, you gotta go through, like, a 2-second wait wall of it doing, like, an animation of the probe going away or a new probe coming in. And, but yeah. No, they could have done that. They could have had a toggle in the menu that toggles between, like, opening the map pauses the game and opening the map doesn't pause the game. Is what they could have done. And like, if someone starts attacking you, then it automatically pulls you out of the map screen and then, you know, brings you into combat and stuff like that. Is how they could have handled it. Have it be the player's choice, where it's like, maybe they don't pause the game, maybe they want to keep on schmoving and be a little bit more time efficient. So they could have done that. On Semu, how I had it is I would hold the spacebar and then the Wii U gamepad would come up, and then I'd quickly do, like, my whole network and then, you know, keep on playing. Or I'd be, like, running forward and then hold the spacebar button to pull up the map, and I'd see how my icon moves, even though I don't see the game screen anymore. I just saw the map. If you want an efficient network, you do have to be, like, really dicking around with, like, a lot of stuff here. I have a pretty elaborate setup right now, and setting up this whole thing takes a decent while. And sometimes you get, like, one new probe that you want to put in, and you want to, like, factor it in somewhere, but now you want to, like, move these somewhere else. Yeah, that is gonna take, like, the next 10 minutes. Have fun. Maybe not that long, but, like, it's a bit of a pain in the ass, you know? So, like, FN Site 516 here is a mining probe G6. Let's say I do a basic probe. Swap. Input delay, input delay. Oh, there we go. Now inputs go through. If I put a mining probe G6 in here, before I can do anything else, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's about 4 seconds. you have to sit through the whole thing. Why? Why can't I just do inputs again shortly after? So you used to be able to work your networks like really efficiently in the Wii U version, just going around blip, 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 blip on the Wii U gamepad screen and tapping wherever you wanted. Now, with moving the cursor around and having to sit through like a solid close to 4 seconds for every single one that you put in before it lets you do inputs of any kind, it's just really friggin' annoying. So I like that better about the Wii U version. I liked how the Wii U version didn't lag as much as this thing abysmally lags all the time for me. Maybe that'll be fixed when I get a Switch 2. But I'm having really, really bad performance issues with this game a lot of the time. It is pretty crappy, I will say. Boopity bop. Here, level up some things. Like this. So yeah, there's some things that I like about the Wii U original. For the most part, this is just straight up a better game with like more content, more quality of life stuff, a lot more features, and all sorts of stuff that you can do. But there is some ways that the Wii U version is better. Oh yeah, another way. They took out some of the hair options for the guy, and now my go-to long hair option on my guy just isn't in the game anymore. It's gonzo. Like, I get adding new options. Sure, I'll prioritize bringing this up. But you should at least leave all the old options in there. Like, why take out content that was in the original game? Why take out options for the character creator that was in the original for your definitive edition? And also, interestingly enough, with the character creation, one thing that they took out from the Japanese version, interestingly enough, in the character creation, if you played as, like, the female avatar, if you played the Japanese version, there was a breast slider, interestingly enough, but in the international release, they took that out. They figured, like, that's gonna be, like, way too offensive for Western audiences. So part of me was kind of curious if they were going to include that Japanese exclusive feature in, like, their definitive edition. But with definitive edition, they've decided, like, nope, we're not doing that. Let's not piss people off about that. Despite the whole thing that they do with, like, the armor in this game. So I don't really get why that isn't there. Oh, my big boobs, man. Yeah, exactly. So that's a feature that's gone from the original. But from the original Japanese version specifically, interestingly enough. So there are definitely some pros, sometimes two big pros of the original Wii U version. For the most part, there is more pros to this than cons compared to the Wii U version. But in my opinion, if you're releasing a definitive edition like years later, all the stuff that was in the original, it should be at least all that plus more. Not like, hey, here's a bunch more, but we're taking a few things out here. This thing is gone, this thing is gone, this thing is significantly more annoying to do now compared to the original. Like, why? So I definitely do not think that it is a perfect remaster by any means. But yeah, definitely overall the better experience, but it should have been at least as good in every way, as opposed to, we're taking some things out too, you know. Yeah. So, you know, I'll give this remaster some flack for that. I'll probably use Mia at some point later when I want to figure out how she'd factor into my team and what my squad setup would look like, because she could basically take over the role of Celica and Gajarg together if I don't want to have, like, someone with Ghostwalker around there, if I'm comfortable with that. But I'll stick with this for now, I think, is what I'ma do. Let's see here. So yeah, if I go ahead and do this, so yeah, there are still some pros. I can accept these quests just so they're in my pocket and stuff like that. Yeah, so this is one that I never did playing this game before. Fortune and Glory. So that's the one that I unlocked by doing Definian Downfall. I don't believe I ever did this one during my playthrough before. Maybe I'll do it at a LAN event sometime. Like I said, I don't want to do anything off camera that I haven't showcased on the channel before, so I can accept it, put it in my pocket, but not do it off camera.